Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up, but first, let's take care of our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning up here in Southport. Owned by Drew Pollard and his family, and it's a great organization up there, and I'm real proud of that group up there. High today, 86, low 73. Water temperature at 82.2. It's pretty warm. Went up 1 degree over the last couple of days. Our river read brought to us by Mountain Dew. Own the outdoors with Mountain Dew. Take a look at Apalachicola at Bluntstown. It's a 9.5, and surprisingly, it's sort of leveled off, and it's not, it's not doing much. It's going to stay level the next couple of days. It's a little high. The Choctaw at Caryville, it's at a 7.7. 7.7. It's got a drop to it. I don't know. All this rain we're getting, I don't know where it's going, but I thought the Choctaw would still be going up. It's got a steady drop to it, so that's a good sign for the fishermen, especially midweek here going into the weekend. A tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn, right here on 23rd Street. High at 12:46, right at noon, and then low tonight about 11:15. Good strong tides to today and tomorrow to end up the month of June. We're getting into July. The wind now is going to be southeast at 10 to 15, and rain predicted all week. I've seen anywhere from 40 to 50 to 60% almost every day in some areas. So these thunderstorms it's fascinating to watch them on the radar, and I get sometimes I just get excited or whatever because I see one coming that way and all of a sudden it dissolves, and before you know it, then one pops up right behind you. And it's just you got to be on your toes when watching this summertime weather here in the Florida Panhandle. So just be aware, and it's going to be blowing, so don't get out in the middle of a lake. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got some cool pictures to show you. Wendy was in town last week, and in a little job she has just showing people about Medicare and all that. She had a couple of calls down here. Scott Lindsay wanted us to come out to his house, and we got to go out and visit with Scott last week. And I couldn't help but take one picture inside Scott's house. It's one of those old places. It's just an outdoorsman house. But I want you to look at this picture here, this shark. Back in the day when Scott was working the oil rigs in the younger days, he said this was a 17-foot shark on the oil rigs, and they'd got it up, but it had been bit in half by a bigger shark. Can you imagine that? He had quite a story there. I'm gonna get him to come on the show and talk about it and share some of those stories. Scott Lindsay has some amazing outdoor stories. Now, you want a good story? How about Donnell Finley? We've all been here. You catch a big fish, and then you get hung up in the brush, and you're all gone it. I'm gonna get him out. You try all this. Well, do like Donnell does. Look what he did. When the fish is hung on the bottom of the pond, there's a cedar. You dive in and get it. Is that great? I got a couple of pictures. Here's another one. He comes, swims out the boat. Okay, he hands it in, gets back in the boat. Got to get a picture of it, and then he goes on the way. He's on the way now, headed in a bit. Sit in a shower in the back. That's what we're talking about. Well, good job, Donnell. All right, I got several other fishing trips and everything coming on. Let me see. I got to get on through here. Let's see. Here we go. I got it now. This is just a series of pictures. I don't have the photographer's name, but this is Florida. This is classic in nature of what goes on. Okay, this heron has a gator. Okay, you know what's going to happen. He's hungry. And I said, now, you wouldn't think they're going to be able to swallow that. Look at that. This is a new one now. We showed one a couple years ago similar to this. Boom, and gets it down the throat. Is that amazing? Is that not Florida up and down? Okay, now, I'm going to read this to you. This is April Holly Riley. That's Richard Holly's youngest daughter, April. I've known her since she was a little girl. Anyway, her husband, Shane, they had that city tire store on Harrison. Husband, Shane, loves to hunt. And I remember, okay, I'm going to read this to you because it's a good story. Remember 2 years ago when Shane shot at the biggest deer he had ever seen He hunts up there on in Jackson and Calhoun County in that area. The biggest deer I'd ever seen. They trailed blood for a mile. And Mom and I ran into you and Miss Gail eating at Uncle Buck's with the four hands, and she and I was on the way to go see it. And I remember them coming in, they were all excited about it. And well, he never recovered that deer. He'd called April and said it's the biggest one I've ever shot. I trailed it a mile. Well, guess what? The timber company found it today on the lease a half mile from where the blood stopped. They're pretty certain it's the deer he shot, okay? And in fact, they took a picture of it. Check this out, folks. This was true. This is the deer. Look at that. Shane Riley shot this buck 2 years ago in the timber company. They're cutting timber, and I hope they give this back to Shane. I don't know who the fellow is in the picture, but they did send a picture to them, and I hope Shane's able to get that, because that is quite a trophy there and quite a story of recovering a buck. Okay, now this next one. Before I get in, okay, we'll go from deer. These are all true stories right here in the Florida Panhandle. All right, we're going from big buck. Now, this time of the year, we're talking about these snakes. Now, I'm always talking about rattlesnakes and water moccasins and all. Rebecca Moore Giewitz, she's one of my Facebook friends. We were at camp today, enjoying the afternoon. I saw a snake skin up in a tree and was taking pictures of it. When Talon, that's her dog, started acting weird. He, of course, was right beside me, and suddenly I heard a loud rattle. You got all that now? I jumped back and called Talon to come back. The snake struck, but Talon was already coming to me. Paul came quickly and dispatched the snake. Okay, we got some pictures. There's a dog, okay? There's the dog there, okay? There's a snake skin she was just taking a picture of in a tree. That's cool, right? Well, it's cool until you run into something like this. Folks, that's a 6 foot, 3 inch, 7 pound rattlesnake that struck at her dog. And her husband, Paul, was able to dispatch it. Here it is, got him in a bucket, weighs 7 pounds. That would have knocked you down. Look how big, that's an arm right there. Look how thick that thing was. And got it skinned out. That's some good meat right there. And a snake skin, that'd be a fine trophy right there. And that was, and look at the design. Look at nature's camouflage design. I mean, is that cool or what? So luckily she was able to, and then after all that's over, you just relax, relaxing and taking it all in. So, okay, let's end on this one right here. This is somewhere close by. I can tell because I saw that dumpster on the left there. It's still doing storm damage, and obviously the guy forgot to put his parking brake on. And has that happened before? Okay, and one more. When you got a new fishing spot and don't want anyone to find it, you put your shoes on backwards. Okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're going to check this out. We've had a lot of straight line winds and all. I wanted to, is it playing now? Okay. This is straight line winds I want to talk about later. This past weekend, I found a little article. This is how straight line winds, this is real strong. The air cools. Okay, here, see what happens? That it sucks it in, and it goes up in, and it gets really heavy. It gets really heavy, and then all of a sudden you have a downburst. The cold air builds in the middle of the storm. You have that downburst, and it just builds up, and boom. So the air compresses, and this is how our straight lines winds, which we got this past weekend all over the Panhandle, some really strong storms. I was witnessing, and you see, we got a couple. This is about a minute video, and you can see when you come in like that. This was our radar this past week, and sometimes this is more in a dusty area, and you can see the damage it can do. This is up in Wisconsin. It's in different parts of the country, just straight through there. This is Texas. This is not tornadoes now. This is all straight line. North Carolina and different. Okay, I got one or two other places. Raleigh, North Carolina, and it just blew the tree over. And see, right, that's straight right there. And look at this gymnasium, just bloom. And the kids are running away. And there I see the basketballs rolling across the floor. But it was just, and that messes up somebody's wedding or something. But these straight line winds, and I'm showing this to you because it can really be dangerous outdoors, okay? And I wanted to, what I wanted to do was just make sure the this past weekend, I just observed one. I was thinking, in the 15 years I've done the show, we've never really talked a lot about straight line winds. And you know, you hear about the meteorologists going out to look at the places and see if it's a tornado or straight line winds. And what they do, basically, they look for just a straight line of trees falling down, houses blowing out. If it's a tornado, they look for one word. They look for angles where things will fall over from the tornado twisting around. It's as simple as that. And I've always wondered about it, and I didn't know it was that simple. But so I wanted to share it with you because a lot of times, you know, we see the storm way up there coming, a cloud gets darker and darker, it gets closer, and we always think about lightning, get out of the way of lightning, but that wind can be really dangerous. I just want to share it to you as a fellow outdoorsman because it can be a really dangerous situation. Those waves get up. I watched it Saturday, and that's the reason I wanted to show it this morning and show it to you. Okay, this guy, we want to get back to remember about Lake Jackson drying up? Guess what? It's filling back in. My buddy Keith Daughtry, I went to school with Keith Daughtry up there in Quincy. He ran over there, took some pictures, and here's a picture on the right. This is a picture we had like last week. Here's the same, look at the tree line. See the tree line? Here's a picture a couple of days ago. It's filling back up. Is that not a phenomenal part of nature? Okay, and thank you, Keith, for sharing that with us. And I guess those people got out of there okay, but it was a slow process. But anyway, all this rain we've had, it's helped a lot. My buddy Terry down at Blue Water, guess what this is? This is the St. Joe Marina. And they just had one, an original one, but man, they're going to pack them in as many as they can get. Terry, thank you for sharing this with us. That's going to be boat storage. There are going to be 1,952 boats in there. Just kidding. I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of boats in there. It's going to be like I hear at Grand Lagoon with the big boat storage out there. And they found they can put a lot of them in there when you go vertical. So thank you, Terry, for sharing that with us. I had to send this to my little granddaughter because, well, not little, teenage granddaughter. Latte is Latin for, you paid too much for that coffee. Okay. All right. I got plenty more pictures, but that's enough for now. I'm going to show a couple more later. I do want to talk about scallop season because it's right around the corner. We got a word from FWC. It's opening this week in Franklin County, which is in our viewing area right here. FWC sent this out. Bay scallop season opens July 1st in Franklin, Jefferson. Okay, so that's going to be open. And here's the little diagram I like to show. They just refreshed it. And okay, look at the color. The green will start from left and go to right. Green is the St. Joe Bay area. That will be August the 16th through September 24th. Then the blue area really starts behind St. Vincent Island. All that blue area, okay, then that's Carabel, St. Mark's. That's starting now. Well, actually Thursday, 2 days from now, it's going to be open. And then the next one down, the yellow with the black dots on it, that's the Steinhatchee area. And that's going to open up, it's been open. You realize Steinhatchee has been open for, 10 days, 11, 12 days now? And then we won't even go past Cedar Key because none of y'all go down there, I don't think. So anyway, but they got plenty of people coming up in Tampa and Orlando going there. So anyway, these 3 areas, there will be scalloping in right there. So I want to make sure you realize where that is. Okay, now I want to, we don't, in the summertime, we don't have students of the month and all. I still want to do outdoor girl, outdoor boy of the month. And my buddy Steve Kane, again, who I went to school with, and he hunted and fished with my brother and all. His little granddaughter is now in high school in Bristol in Liberty County High School. In fact, she's a cheerleader with my nephew's daughter. So Addison Kane, I want to award her the outdoor girl of the month. I got a series of pictures Steve sent me, so check this out. Some great pictures. This girl loves to fish. I want you to look at these pictures. She fishes a lot with Daryl Carpenter over here in Destin. Daryl's from Liberty County. But look at these fish this girl catches. Okay, with some of their friends there. I love to see these young people fishing like that. Okay. Addison County, look at there, she bowed up on one. Look at that blue. There's some snapper, she and her friend got some snapper. And of course you got to kiss the fish for good luck. And good job there. Steve, thank you. And I was telling Steve, we've been texting back and forth, I said, you need, that much as that girl loves outdoors and she loves to hunt also, that's the kind of young lady that could make a career out of the outdoors. You know, just go in there and you love the outdoors, have a natural love and excitement over it. So go into some kind of field in the outdoors, like Chase Smith did. You remember Chase Smith that came here, our quarterback, and got his college degree and everything. Then he got his master's. And remember, I had him come in. He got his master's from University of Florida, the wildlife department there. And they were tracking. Part of his master's degree was tracking the bears, and he did all that. He got his master's. Then went out to Texas A&M and got a doctoral degree. Now he's Dr. Smith, Dr. Chase Smith. And he's actually teaching out there, so we are so proud of him. But there are careers in outdoors, and I encourage these young people and parents and all to look them up and all. There's a great program at Auburn, and we're going to try to get a hold of that lady. We met her right before, the week before Hurricane Michael, so after that we didn't, but she was a professor at Auburn. They were putting in a new course up there, and she wanted to come down and share it. So we're going to try to get a hold of her to come back down to the Panhandle and share some of that good information. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Let's take a look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers down in Port St. Joe. Great sponsors down there. 4:03 to 6:03 this morning. And this evening, 4:26 to 6:26, and these long days like we're having the rest of June into July, that's some good times. It's cooling off a little bit, and the only drawback a little bit of bugs, but y'all can put up with that. I do want to mention, I want to recognize the North Florida Redfish Series. We helped them get started. When they were getting started, we were in Studio B. They came down from Tallahassee, told us about the North Florida Redfish Series, and they've had a good season. And they wrapped it up this past weekend down here in St. Mark's. They had the championship and all. And here's just roughly the winner. They paid out $7,200 this weekend. That's the North Florida Redfish Series. And the championship weekend winners. I'm going to go down to the local. I'm not going to cover everybody. Our local boys, third place, right here, third place. T.H. Marine, Michael Cowart and Brad Hausnell. Good job, Michael Cowart. And that was, I think, 500. And then fourth place, our local boys, the Eifert brothers, Team Eifert, Kevin and Dennis got in there. So I want to just congratulate them, and good job on that. And we're proud of that little Redfish Series. They did good. And for the first time, and there's a lot of local stuff, and you don't have to do a lot of traveling. You just sort of hang in there in North Florida. So good idea. We're moving on it now. We're wrapping up the month of June. It seems like it's just June 1st. It's just time flying by. You know what I'm talking about. But July is here, and of course we're getting ready for July 4th. And of course July 4th this year is on a Sunday, and the station will be closed on the 5th. We're going to show that brim fishing trip we had with Carl Andrews. We're going to show that again on Monday, July 5th. But anyway, as we're getting ready, I was trying to think last night as I was putting the show together, what's some cool things you can do on July 4th? Well, there's nothing cool you can do because it's going to be hot, but some interesting things you can do, and I always write my little top 10 list, and boy, they came to me just like that because there's so much going on in the middle of summer. Of course, July 4th is the halfway mark. And first thing I think about surf fish early. I put early in all caps. You just get out there, early because the crowd's going to start coming. But you can get a couple of hours in really good surf fishing, from early to about 8:30 or 9 before the crowd gets there. So surf fishing is going to be good. You're going to dodge the grass is coming in, but there's still spots where the grass is not. I can promise you. So just look around and do that. The second one, bass fish early. Now the sandhill ponds and the lake's going to be filling up, but you can still jump out there and go early. Especially before it gets hot too, and y'all know that. Number 3, I just said go walking early. I know that's not a outdoor activity that per do anything, but if you got a path to walk, walking on the beach or walk through a state park, a little trail, just get up there and get out and get. I like to do stuff physical to stay in shape so I can catch fish and all when I get tired. 4, fly fishing is going to be good. Again, do it early or late, early in the morning or late in the afternoon especially. Fly fishing, Deer Point Lake, on the edges of Lake Seminole, all throughout the river system. Fly fishing is good. 5, take some kids crabbing. Crabs are there. This is the time of year for crabs. There's some nice crabs out there. Number 6, again, I always put this in a flounder. If you can go flounder gigging, or you can go flounder fishing. But when it cools off at night, flounder, I really, that's when I sort of kick off my floundering after July 4th, and late summer, early fall, and you're gonna have to really push it in here because it's gonna be closed a couple of months this fall. Number 7 was throw a net. Catch some bait fish and fish with some live bait, or if you catch some mud or something, just toss the net out there and see what you can catch. Number 8, and I'm gonna do this one, kayak. I'm gonna really focus on kayak fishing this weekend. I'm just gonna focus on fishing out of kayak, redfish and trout. I'm probably gonna go ahead and catch that tagged redfish this weekend. I've given y'all a lot of chance to do it, and y'all hadn't caught it yet. So, and number 9. Trot lining. Trot lining is good. The river's going to be crowded, but you're doing this at night and checking it early in the morning. Nobody's going to be out. And then number 10, catch some of those summer brim. Those summer brim are they're out there. So that's 10 great things you can do this coming weekend on July 4th, and all of them involved a lot of fun. So as you look forward to your weekend and all, try to squeeze in some good outdoor activities. I know we're going to be eating a lot. We always have our family get together on July 4th. We just finished our Chester reunion this past week, and we're going into we had a lot of fried chicken and cornbread, and this weekend we're going to have some seafood. So we're running the whole gamut of eating in this time of the summer. And a lot of fresh vegetables too. Got to wrap it up. I got some good stuff coming up all week long. Got some guests coming on, some more good videos. So. Well, I always appreciate the viewership and appreciate the cards and letters y'all send in, the emails and all. So I always asking you to do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day. Enjoy our great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.